my channel. So today I'm going to start a new series for my channel. Reasons why I love and hate a certain team. I get called a bandwagon fan quite a bit. Not so much recently, but I'm sure, there's people that think that. One season I'll hate a team and the next season I'll like them. And, it's really one of those things. It is what it is. So I figured I'm going to start off with the Montreal Canadiens. They're one of the teams that I've at points absolutely loved and at other points I've absolutely hated. So I figured they're a good team to start with. Going forward, I'm going to do this for all 31, eventually 32 teams. I'm going to grab my favorite jersey that I own from them. I'll put it on and I'll do the video for them. The biggest reason, so I'm pretty much going to get right into this. The biggest reason I love the Montreal Canadiens. The history. The history of the franchise is probably the best one out there. Growing up, in school, elementary, and into high school, I was a big history fan. That was my favorite class. It was the class I did the best in. And, the Montreal Canadiens, their history is just beautiful. Founded in 1909 on December 4th. Part of the NHA, the National Hockey Association, before the NHL came in 1917. Just a lot of the players, Jack Laviolette, DTA Pizza, Newsy Lalonde, the Flying Frenchman, later on, Howie Morenz, Jean Beliveau, Maurice Richard, just so many players from the old times that there's so much, mystery and aura around these legends of the game that we have. And they're absolutely, I put a little bit of research into some of them, and some of them, very fascinating. Another thing that I really like is the jerseys, the jersey history that they have. The 1915, the CA, I would love to see that come back, as their full-time home jersey. The Blue Sea jersey, the one that they originally came into the league with in 1909. Absolutely just gorgeous. They're past the Winter Classic jerseys, they're Reebok ones. Not a huge fan of the Adidas ones with the collar and everything, but just so awesome. Just absolutely iconic look to them that they have with their team. Some of the most memorable runs that they had were the 2007 to 2008 season. Kovalev, Kostitsyn, and Plekanec, absolutely just out of this world on the power play. Cristobal Huet and Yaroslav Halak came in that year. Halak is my favorite goalie to this day because of his run that he had in 2010. Cristobal Huet is one of my favorite, French background for myself. He's from France. I love a lot of the players from France, and Huet is no exception. Going back to that 2010 run with Halak, Game 7 win against the Caps. Game 7 against Pittsburgh, 57 saves in Game 6, I think it was against the Caps. Maybe it was Pittsburgh. It was one of those two, I can't quite remember. The run that Mike Camilleri had with that run as well was just absolutely phenomenal. Him using that SE16 to this day is still my favorite hockey stick that I have and that I use whenever I can. Marc-Andre Bergeron, his slap shot, it was just such a fun time watching the Montreal Canadiens in 2010. So they were the first team as well to play in the Mellon Arena in Pittsburgh, and they were also the last team to play in the Mellon Arena in Pittsburgh as well. They won both games. The Mellon Arena is my favorite arena probably all time in the NHL at least, and the Montreal Canadiens have a good history in that particular building, being the first and last team that they played. So that's kind of cool. Another thing was that, in 2013, the Eller hit versus Ottawa in the playoffs. Eller got absolutely destroyed. I'm a big Eller fan, and watching that, that playoff run against Ottawa, it was very emotional for a Habs fan. It was just so much fun to watch as a hockey fan in general. And coming back, I think, the next year and getting 4 goals against the Jets for Eller, fantastic. Absolutely just really fun to watch. Some of the players that I really have liked, Nathan Beaulieu. I have a Nathan Beaulieu jersey. I really like Galchenyuk, their third-string goalie, Charlie Lindgren. I obviously know Beaulieu and Galchenyuk are no longer with the team. Players that are with the team that I really like, I really am liking what I see from Jesperi Kotkaniemi. Arturi Lehkonen is really fun to watch, and Thomas Tatar. I really liked him in Detroit. I got to watch him play in the World Juniors when it was in Saskatchewan. So I've kind of followed Thomas Tatar for quite a while, and I'm happy to see that he's having some success. The arenas that they've had, the Forum and the Bell Center, absolutely. I can't really say for the Forum. I haven't really watched a game there, but watching a game on TV from the Bell Center is one of the best things if you're watching a hockey game. Their goal songs. I've really always liked a lot of their goal songs, whether it was, U2, the one that they have right now, it's really catchy. The classic one that they had from like 2000 to about 2007-ish, somewhere in there. They brought it back for one season in 2012. And so I'm going to also say my favorite goal from this, for every franchise as well. My favorite goal is the most memorable one that I've seen that this franchise has scored. What was it? Game 5. It was Alex Kovalev. It was against Boston. He kind of was out on the red line. He kind of got roughed up a little bit. Got his helmet knocked off. Kind of got the puck back, and he just destroyed Boston. Went around everyone, took a shot, didn't quite go in. Got the rebound, and right on the backhand, just rifled it into the net. No helmet. The hair is just flowing. It was just, to this day, the most memorable goal that I've seen from the Montreal Canadiens. It was just if you've ever seen the movie The Rocket, that's my favorite hockey movie as well, so I can put that on this list. You love the Mighty Ducks. Slapshot is a classic. There's even the one with the monkey. But The Rocket's my favorite movie. And that goal that Kovalev scored really kind of reminded me of that movie and what they showed of Maurice Richard. Obviously, I never got to see Maurice Richard play, but that it is what it is. So that's pretty much, everything in a nutshell why I love the Montreal Canadiens. Some of the things I really don't like and really hate about the Montreal Canadiens, I think they have 15 numbers retired. I think they only really need about 7. You could do 1, 4, 9, 10, 16, 29, and 33, and I think you'd be good. Go down to those 7, and I think you'd be fine. It would kind of open up. I hate seeing odd numbers on players. It's really odd. But that's a really small thing. Their reluctancy to hire English coaches or non-French speaking coaches, I completely understand it. They're, again, kind of going back to the history, they're trying to keep a tradition and all that. But if you're going to pass over a guy who might be the best coach out there available to maybe get someone who's not necessarily the best coach, but just because he speaks French, I don't think that's necessarily fair. I know they tried it briefly a few seasons ago with Randy Cunneyworth. It didn't really work out. But I think they're just a little too reluctant to potentially look at coaches who don't speak French. Again, I'm not from Montreal, so it really doesn't bother me that much, but it is what it is. I think another thing that they do is they put way too much expectation on young players way too fast, especially French players as well. Louis LeBlanc comes to mind. He was supposed to be one of their best players, really solid building piece for the future, and it just never worked out for him. There was so much expected for him, and when he was a bust, it was too bad, because I really liked him and I thought he did have potential, but like I said, it seems like Montreal fans and management maybe put a little too much expectation on young players too quickly. Although this year with Kotkaniemi, he's proven everyone else wrong. So good for him. One of the things I really don't like is the road jersey. I really wish they would kind of go back to the 1945 style, the one that pretty much mirrors the red one. I would love if they went back to that one as their full-time road jersey. Their Winter Classic jersey, speaking of the road jersey, their Winter Classic jersey against Calgary in 2011, no effort put into that one whatsoever. Didn't like it. Hated it. Carey Price's, whenever he wears red pads, hate that too. Absolutely awful. I also really didn't like that they let Eller go. I'm happy Eller went to Washington and got a cup out of this, but I thought, Eller was very underrated and very underappreciated at times in Montreal. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it. I I want to try to keep these videos somewhat short and sweet. I know sometimes in my past videos I kind of get rambly at times, so I'm going to try to avoid that. I'm going to try to keep them short. So that's pretty much what I love and what I dislike or hate about the Montreal Canadiens. Let me know what you guys love about the Montreal Canadiens. Let me know what you guys hate about the Montreal Canadiens. I'm genuinely curious as to what you guys think. I'm going to probably do Toronto next, and we'll kind of go from there and work our way down and through the NHL. So thanks again for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. If you guys want to subscribe as well, that'd be greatly appreciated. I'll see you guys again in the next video. Take care.